because I want to start sacrificing creatures so we get the full ambiance of Witch of the Moors, the full effect, so to speak. You're about to make me, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. I got another kitty cat on the table. It's no big deal, really. It's not. So again, swing in, fuck them up, murders, get them. Do we have any? Oh, although I guess I could have left that cat in there and then brought it back to my hand, but I still wouldn't be able to cast it this turn. So that's whatever. I gotta say, I'm loving Witch of the Moors. What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today we're taking a look at another mono black deck. This is sort of the uninstall 2.0 deck, right? We're taking it to historic. We're incorporating some of the cards that came out with Jumpstart, and overall having a great time making people rage quit. So the base card for this, or the card that I looked at and I was like, oh yeah, this has got to go into that deck, and that means that we have to make it historic. Witch of the Moors, 5 mana for this 4/4 death touching human warlock. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature, and you return up to 1 target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Wow, right? Just wow. So, a couple cards that just come to mind immediately off the rip. We have Priest of Forgotten Gods, which is going to allow you to put creature cards into your graveyard while making your opponent also sack creatures and gaining mana, which makes it to where you can have, 3 land down and still get down Witch of the Moors, which is insane. Not to mention the fact that you also draw a card. So all in all, Priest, very, very good in this deck. Next up, we have Veto. If you're going to be gaining life, you might as well be dealing damage with that life gain, right? That was my thought, at least. So immediately off this, I want to gain life. I want to sacrifice my opponent's creatures. I want to put my own creatures into the graveyard, and I want to bring them back, and I want them to be cheap enough to where I can replay them, right? So tons of ideas running through my mind whenever I first looked at this. But the life gain, the veto, knowing that I was going to be in mono black, I decided to go for a little bit of devotion, right? So we have Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Whenever it enters the battlefield, each opponent is going to lose X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to life lost this way. So obviously there's a combo with Grey Merchant and Veto. Obviously Grey Merchant helps with Witch, and then aside from that, all the other cards that we have helps with our Grey Merchant. So it's all an uncommon, and it is rotation proof, so even if you don't plan on playing this in historic, it's still a very fun and very powerful card. Anyway, starting down here at the bottom end, we have 4 copies of Cauldron Familiar, 4 copies of Witch's Oven. I know y'all, you're split on Cat Oven, but it is really, really good at what it does, and what it does is proc Witch of the Moors, right? Every time it re-enters, it's going to gain us life, which is going to make our opponent sacrifice a creature and allow us to return something to our battlefield. Not to mention the fact with the Yara, it stacks very well. With Veto, it stacks very well. And it's a card that you can sacrifice. It's a card you can sacrifice with Priest and not feel like you're losing too much, right? So all in all, like it's just crazy if you don't play it, basically. Then we have 3 copies of Serrated Scorpion. Again, great card to sacrifice, and it procs literally everything. Procs Witch, procs Veto, and Priest procs off of it. So we have 1 copy of Heartless Act for some easy, cheap removal, because sometimes you don't hit your Priest, sometimes Mire Triton's not quite enough. So we do have the one-off Heartless Act for those very times, right? Mire Triton 2/1 with Death Touch. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we're going to mill 2 cards. We're also going to gain 2 life. This works as a 2-fold benefit to the deck. 1, you're filling up your graveyard with creatures. Great for this card. 2, you're gaining life, which again procs this card and procs Veto, and you can sacrifice it with Priest. I don't need to keep going through these iterations, right? Time Merit Calls the Dead. Mill 3 cards. Again, fill up your graveyard. Exile a creature or enchantment. Generally, you're going to be looking at enchantments, but if there's a creature that you don't mind so much losing and not bringing back, then exile it, because you get a 2/2 zombie, which then the 3rd step, you gain X life. You scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Awesome possum, right? That works well with your Murderers, your Mire Triton, and with the Witch of Moors. Not to mention the fact that you're getting to scry and gain life. So all in all, solid card for only 3 mana. Cool beans. Veto, we went over Murderous Rider. Destroys target creature or planeswalker. It does cost you 2 life, but you also get this 2/3 lifelinker down. And hey, look again, Witch of the Moors procs it. So also it has great devotion, right, with two solid mono black costs in there. And then the Yara, speaking of devotion, excellent card here. Whenever another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Cool beans, is going to proc your stuff. Also, you can sacrifice another black creature, draw a card. Again, this is mono black, so they're all, all black creatures, which is perfectly awesome for a Yara. And And then you'll see here in the 4-drop slot, I got a little bit kooky, whatever. My mind just gets split sometimes. So Sangromancer is an option you can go with this deck. Vampires in general, right? They can gain life very easily. So if you attach that to Witch of the Moors, fantastic. Not to mention the fact that this card also goes well in a discard deck where you're making your opponent discards, because then you gain life and it procs Witch and yada yada yada. This card also goes great with Veto, because as you're gaining life off of it, you're proccing Veto. So whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you may gain like 3 life, which is awesome. You have Priest, you have, you know, Witch of the Moors, you're making them sacrifice creatures, you're gaining life. Off that life gain, you're dealing damage with Veto, yada yada yada. And then whenever an opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life as well. We're not really harping on that so much as the killing the creatures. Twilight Prophet, one of my favorite vampires of all time, I should say. 2/4 flying ascension works. If you control 10 or more permanents, then you get the city's blessing, and once you have it, you can drop below 10 permanents. So just make sure you get to that point. And then you're going to reveal the top card of your library, come your upkeep, right? And you're going to put it into your hand. Each opponent's going to lose X life, and you're going to gain X life, where X is the converted mana cost of the card. So if you reveal Murderous Rider, you're going to deal 3 damage, heal 3, and draw that card into your hand, not to mention draw the card for your upkeep. So it's just a really awesome card, all in all. Vraska's Contempt, again, you're getting an exile a creature or a planeswalker from your opponent. No, it doesn't proc the on-death effects of Sangromancer, but it still works with Witch of the Moors and gaining you life and making it sort of a double-pronged removal piece, if that makes sense. You get what I'm saying. And then, of course, we have these 2 cards up in the top end. And then because this is sort of a combo-y deck with the Devotion and all that, and we're gaining, you know, life here, there, and everywhere, we have Bolas' Citadel. You may look at the top card of your library. We should all know this one, right? You can play any card from the top of your library. Whenever you play a spell, it basically minuses you however much the CMC is, minuses your health, right? And then, of course, you can tap it, sacrifice 10 non-land permanents, and each opponent loses 10 life. So it's a great way to end out the game if you need a way to get there. And then for the lands, I am running Cabal Stronghold. If you have it, great. If not, don't worry about it. It's not that important. Castle Locthwain, awesome for card draw. And then our swamps, because it's mono black, so that's really all we need, right? Anyways, that's going to do it for the deck tech breakdown. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoy the matches. Also, if you're enjoying the content, be sure to leave a like and stick all the way through, as that is a huge benefit for each and every video. And make sure you're getting the pro tips. Make sure you're getting the deck tech wrap up, because again, we go through these 15 sideboard cards, which is like so many different ways that the deck can be built, or different ways to maintain how the deck is built and make it more competitive or more fun to play, or whatever, you know, floats your boat. Anyways, on into the matches. Hope you enjoy. Sure, I mean, I guess I'll keep it. I literally just want to play Witch of the Moors. Fuck. Can't you just let me play that? By the way, Dr. Mahusel? I'm not going to claim I know English by any means. You see, when you play nothing, Doctor, you're worrying me. From one doctor to another. It's an Orzhov deck. Ooh, there's Witch of the Moors. Now, if everything can just stay dandy, we might be able to do this. Of course, the opponent hasn't played any creatures so far, so, you know. They're shocking it in. Are you shattering the sky? Did you just wait for the turn 4 shatter? Or Kaya's? Oh, no, yeah, they can have Kaya's Wrath, right? Because they have the Godless Shrine. Oh, Sporeweb Weaver. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so I really want to get down Witch of the Moors. Like, this is hexproof from blue. What a useless trait. Obviously, it's not always useless. Just up against us. Why did they shock in a land to get down their Spore Web? Was it just the green mana that they needed? Yeah. That's crazy. First RO in games. I mean, I think you resolve here, right? Do you think they swing in with their Spore Web Weaver? Hey, hey, hey! You son of a bitch. Fine. You want to lose a creature? Here, lose 2, fucker. Little bastard. Who do you think you are? Killing my veto. Get him. And then give me another land, for fuck's sake. If I stay stuck on 4 all game with 2 Witch of the Moors and a Grey Merchant in hand, I'm gonna be salty. I'm gonna be super salty. Super duper ultra mega salty. There you go. Attaboy game. That's how we like to do it. Alright. Get him, Murderous Rider. They literally can't stop you. You're a beast. You're a monster. You're everything I want and so much more. Give me the veto back. Hells yeah. Alright, so they sack out that, and then we got veto. Next turn, what are we looking for? We don't need a land, because 6 mana doesn't really do anything for us. And I guess we're just playing. Oh, 2 Witch of the Moors, though. You son of a bitch. I didn't want to say it too early in case they board wiped us. You know, some people, they say good game and they board wipe you and you're like, ha ha ha. Some people say good game right before they scoop out. Simon says 666. Well, you know, whatever Simon says, I guess. We'll get down to Scorpion. Yeah, it was good matches all around. That first matchup against you, Advent, God, I was playing like a fool, like an absolute fool. I just wanted the combo. But yeah, I greatly underestimated the power. By the way, thanks for the follow. So we're going Priest, we're going Veto. Then we're looking for a Witch of the Moors. But a second deck similar to the one I submitted last night, but different colors. Do you want both? Yeah, I'll take all the decks, and you know, doesn't mean I'll. Oh yeah, how'd that duress work out for you? But yeah, I'll take a look at all the decks. I'm planning on doing a viewer submitted deck stream, but I want to give people a little bit more of a heads up, like, hey, I'm gonna be playing y'all's decks. That way, people that have submitted decks, they can come in and be like, you know, this was my idea for the deck, so that way I can try to run with that instead of just looking at it and being like, well, this is what I think. We've all seen my thinking can cause some problems. All right, Simon says, say something else to me. I'm all ears, fully paying attention. Hey, fucking garbage, removing my priest. All right, well, you can't not go veto, right? Ayara, sure, Ayara is fun, but Ayara veto, it's a much better combo. All right, Simon. It's gonna be one of those games, huh? Ding, 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 ding. I don't know why breaking these crystals in this specific battle arena, battlefield, whatever you want to call it, it reminds me of mining in RuneScape. I know. I'm what's the word I'm looking for? Not a child. The opposite of a child. Old man. I'm an old man. Get him. Fuck him up. And then, you know, of course, pray that they don't have board wipe or anything of that nature. I think there is a decent deck to be made with, well, I say decent, a fun deck to be made with Sangromancer and Veto and just mono black discard. Alright, we see Witch of the Moors. We're keeping the deck. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. By the way, that's gotta be one of my favorite sayings of all times. That and cool beans. By the way, we're up against mono black Tim, so I got a fairly good guess as to what they're playing here. Oh, surprise, surprise. It's Orzhov. Tim, you're a fucking liar. Sitting there claiming mono black Tim, but here comes Orzhov. You know, this is why I have trust issues. Go ahead. You swing in and you pump that Knight of the Ebon Legion. I will fuck it up. I will throw that Murderous Rider right at it. By the way, somebody told me to stop using this art for Murderous Rider because it's so terrible. I kind of agree. It's not that it's terrible. Like the art's good, but I can understand why people have that feeling of use a different one, given it's all chromatic color, right? It's like, or not chromatic, it's all grayscale basically. Okay, so look, buddy, pal, you're getting too big with these fucking vampires. Oh, damn it! I did this to myself. Oh, what? Oh, because it's the beginning of the upkeep. I'm such a smart lad. I'm such a smart lad. I did that on purpose, obviously. So next turn, our Witch of the Moors is coming down, which means I do want some life gain available, right? So we'll get down Murderous Rider next turn. We'll get down Witch of the Moors. We don't have any cards in our graveyard. I guess when we go to swing in, we might put some cards in our graveyard. Another Knight of the Ebon Legion and a Legion Lieutenant. Oh man, it's been a while. It has been a hot minute since I've seen a Legion Lieutenant. Grey Merchant of Asphodel. Oh snap. You couldn't have asked for a better card to follow up my Murderous Rider with. So are we swinging in with Murderous Rider, or are we just swinging in with Serrated Scorpion? We know Serrated Scorpion is going to die. Do you think they block Murderous Rider? Surely not, right? That's a goofball play for them to block Murderous Rider with anything, really, right? I don't know. They can block it with Knight of the Ebon Legion, right? They're not going to, though. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, because you would think Knight would block Murderous, and then they'd have anything else, literally anything else, kill the Scorpion. Let's see if Tim can get there as far as thought process. Nope. They're just going to take it all. Take it all on the face. Well, that's fine. You still have to sacrifice a creature, Tim. It's just we don't get one back if you don't, you know, kill anything. But when Grey Merchant comes down, that's 8 damage to their face. We're gaining 8 life, and we're making them sacrifice a creature thanks to Witch of the Moors. So that's good. That's a good little turn, if I do say so myself. Hey, Doctor. Buenos dias. Hey, say my name. How you doing? Wait a minute. Don't tell me. ¿Cómo estás? Right? I actually should be brushing up on my other languages, just in general in life, you know. So I can go priest here, which is actually exactly what I want to do, because I want to start sacrificing creatures so we get the full ambiance of Witch of the Moors, the full effect, so to speak. You're about to make me, yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. I got another kitty cat on the table. It's no big deal, really. It's not. So again, swing in, fuck them up, murders, get them. Do we have any? Oh, although I guess I could have left that cat in there and then brought it back to my hand, but I still wouldn't be able to cast it this turn. So that's whatever. I gotta say, I'm loving Witch of the Moors. I love making veto decks. Yes, they're so fun. Because, like, everybody's loved life gain for so long, you know, already. I mean, we are all like, yeah, life gain. But now we have something to channel that life gain into, you know? Like, we can just sit over here and still do our stuff. Like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to try to get to 100 life real quick. But we can still win the game now, as opposed to before, where it was like, no. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, fuck me up. Do your stuff. Mono Black Tim, they're scooping it out. Alright, I don't know what to say. We've made enough people rage quit this morning, haven't we? Adventful. Cool. Cool name. Alright. So we get to go first. We'll keep the hand. We'll see how we do. It's okay, Magic. You have time to wake up here. Really like that card art you got there, sir, or madam. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. Get him. Alright. I think we just go straight to the veto, yeah? Chance, good to see you. If you had to pick one card added by Jumpstart as your favorite, which would it be? Ooh. I'd have to say either, and this is just so far, either Witch of the Moors, which I'm playing right here, or Ghoul Caller Giza. I think that would be my options. Heartless Act, that's kind of interesting. I have an opportunity to get down Witch of the Moors here, but if I just get down Mire Triton, I can get down Witch of the Moors come next turn. Problem is, I really want to get this Heartless Act off. Alright, so let's see. If I do sack out these two, I can get Heartless Act off, and I'm killing 2 of their creatures. Which 2 am I getting rid of, though? Probably the Arc Druid, and then making him sacrifice one of these 2. I say we go for it. Well, no. We'll give him 1 turn. I want Witch of the Moors to come down. I want to activate it, okay? So sue me. Hopefully I'm, yeah, okay, I was about to say, hopefully I'm muting and unmuting myself at the right intervals. Sometimes I get confused on whether or not I'm muted or not. And I'm like, well, shit. This elf looks really old, like so old they're about to become a tree. Alright, let's see what our opponent does. They do have 4, 5. They have a lot of mana, okay? They got a lot of mana. Obviously, Sangromancer would be pretty cool to have as well, but like that can go later. Oh, opponent's building up quite a board state here. That's okay. We'll get down Witch of the Moors. Another land. I'm not upset about that, but it does mean that we could go Sangromancer, sorry, and still get Heartless Act down. So if I play this, sack out those 2, opponent will lose a creature. We get to gain 3 life, 3 extra damage to their face, +2s, 5 damage total. Sangromancer's not bad, and we're killing another one with Heartless Act, so another 3 life gain, another 3 life dealt. So 8 damage total. That's not bad. I still want to get down Witch of the Moors, though, so whatever. Sue me. It is what it is. Actually, we were dealing more than 8, weren't we? We were dealing... Oh, man. Maybe I should have got down Sangromancer. We were getting dangerously close to lethal here, actually. Oh, Citadel. Oh, fuck. I mean, part of me says just play the Citadel, Chance. The other part says play the Witch of the Moors, because that's what we're here to do. But I can't just ignore Citadel when we're on 21 health, right? That just seems... That seems crazy. A land? You're fucking kidding me. Oh no. Opponent, please, just have mercy. I'm playing a little goofy this morning. So there was plenty of options there to go for, by the way. In case you're like trying to play the deck competitively, I think Sangromancer might have even been the best option there. Alright? That's alright. It's alright. We're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be able to get down Witch of the Moors just off what we have here. They're definitely going to pump. Oh no! They're dealing not quite 21 damage. Like, as long as I just block one, right? And 7, 6, 13, 19. We're fine. We're fine. 2 health. I've come back from less than that. Now we can't use our Citadel at all, which is a kind of sucks. Actually, I think we do just lose here. Cause we can't down. Yeah. All right, GG. Feels kind of bad because we definitely could have had that one in the bag if we'd have just stuck to playing how we know we should have. We're up against Bartizo again. This fucking clown. This fucking clown from downtown. We know they're playing the Grixis I Hate Everybody deck, so, you know, might not last very long given we know they have 30,000 forms of removal. Come on, act like you actually have a play. We know you got the 2 mana on Gross Rampage or the Thought Erasure waiting on us. Alright. Cocksucker. We're doing this. Mire Triton. Lightning Strike. My fucking kitty cat. What a loser. What an absolute loser. I've never seen more of an overkill. Are you... Alright. That's fine. You think I give a shit about those creatures? Haha. This is the real one you should be afraid of. It's Priest, baby. It's a Priest, baby. Oh, look at this. Opponent's trying to be cheeky with some even more removal, huh? They got that instant speed lockdown. Get rid of Mire Triton, I suppose. Alright, we're fucking them up this time. Look at that. When the opponent doesn't have so many copies of removal they don't know what to do with, we actually stand a chance, huh? Oh, we're so close to Witch of the Moor. They don't even have any creatures. I was like, what are we actually supposed to do with this card? Twiddle our thumbs, probably. Get him, Zombo. I'm just gonna throw down the Murderous Rider. Here's the thing: if I get a chance to get down Witch of the Moors and use its ability, we're going for it. Why would they Lightning Strike my cat over my Priest? What kind of sense? Nice Nico Bolas you got there. I know, everybody. I just discarded a Priest. What's wrong with me? Ah. Yes, it's happening. It's fucking happening. Get him, Murderous Rider. Give me a card back from the graveyard. Gray Merchant. Of course we're going for the Gray Merchant. Trotta. That's going to be the GG of the century. Bartizo. You may have got us the first time around, but you won't do it again. Alrighty, thanks for watching all the way through. If you did, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment in the comment section, and of course subscribe if you want to see more of this beautiful content. And click that bell icon because YouTube's funky and wants you to click bells, I guess, whatever. If you're looking to catch us play these decks live, I highly recommend you hop over to twitch.tv/Dr. Spilligan and toss a follow. We're live at various times on various days, and that's really the best I got there. And if you're looking for a Discord community that's chill, kick back, we don't really, do too much, but it's a nice place to share your thoughts, whatever. Hop down in the description, click the link, head over there. On into the deck tech wrap up, right? All the cool different routes you can take this deck. So first and foremost, we have Archfiend's Vessel and we have Call the Death Dweller. Obviously this is a standard combo that's pretty good, but that also means that a lot of people will have it, so you know, that works well as well. Not to mention the fact that Archfiend's Vessel has a life link, so whenever you are swinging in with the tiny thing, or whenever you draw it on turn 6, you won't feel as bad given you might have a Witch of the Moors down, in which case gaining that life makes your opponent sacrifice a creature, and you don't mind if the Archfiend's Vessel dies because you have Call the Death Dweller, so you know, it's a cool little combo. Also, Call the Death Dweller allows you to get back your Serrated Scorpions, Cauldron Familiars, Mire Tritons, all that stuff, you know, Priest, literally so much good stuff, right? Village Rites, if you don't have Priests of Forgotten Gods and you're just against picking her up, this is a great sacrifice card. It allows you to sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards, all of this at instant speed and for 1 mana, and it's only a common. What? This is a great card, you know, right? It gets you to your Witch of the Moors, it gets you to your Priest, it gets you to your Yara, so even if you are playing Priest, still a great card. I simply didn't find room in my pile of jank for it, okay? You gotta understand that. Agonizing Remorse, it's great if you want to stop your opponent from removing your stuff, stopping your combo, right? Agonizing Remorse, you're going to be going in, taking their ECDs or their Teferis or their Ugins, right? Whatever is going to fuck up your plans. Blood Artist and Sanctum Seeker actually go one and the same. I'd mentioned this in the deck tech breakdown. If you want to go for a vampire deck, vampires are great at gaining life, so obviously that procs Witch of the Moors a whole lot, and as that was the base build around card, that's sort of what we're pivoting, I guess is a better word, this deck tech wrap up around, right? So Blood Artist, if you want to go for a vampire route, it's a fun card, it's a new card, and it's kind of like a Cruel Celebrant in mono black, right? Sure, it doesn't actually deal any damage, being a 0/1, it's very tiny and very easy to remove. It is only an uncommon, so you know, you're not gonna waste too much throwing it in there. And hey, maybe you end up going for Orzhov and you throw this and Cruel Celebrant in and you just mess them up with creatures dying. Grasp of Darkness is some excellent removal, and again, you're in mono black, so you don't have to worry about the 2 solid cost. Instant speed, -4/-4 on a creature. Great. Fantastic. Call the Death Dweller we talked about. Drana, Liberator of Malakir. I'd just feel bad if I didn't mention her. She's a fun card if you've happened to gotten her, whatever. If you've happened to pull her out of Jumpstart, cool beans, throw her in. I think she works fantastic. And then, of course, I would be remiss if I mentioned a Historic Devotion deck that didn't have the Lich in it. So 3 mana for this 5/5 indestructible. Whenever it enters battlefield, you put a counter on an artifact you control. You have Witch's Oven, so you already have an artifact. When you control no permanents with the counters on them, sacrifice this card. So, you know, 3 mana for a 5/5 that also really fucks stuff up. Fantastic. Next up, we have Woestrider, which is an awesome card. And again, since it is in standard, a lot of people already have it. Allows you to sacrifice at instant speed. You get to scry off of it. It can escape whenever it dies. It's really an awesome card. So, Phyrexian Obliterator. I know some people will have gotten this from the anthology sets and all that. And again, I would be remiss if I mentioned a Devotion deck and didn't mention this card, right? 4 solid mana cost, which is awesome for the Grey Merchant. It's a 5/5 with Trample, and furthermore, it reads whenever a source deals damage to Obliterator, that source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So just to go along with the sacrifice theme and the making your opponent want to uninstall theme, Obliterator is a fantastic card. I highly recommend, if you did pick it up, throw it in. Again, I was trying to showcase some other things like Sangromancer, so I get a little sidetracked, right? Go down the rabbit hole too far. Anyways, Rankle, again, standard card. A lot of people should have it. Making your opponent discard cards, lose life, sacrifice creatures. All that is in your MO for this deck, right? You're trying to make them angry while getting ahead. Rite of Bells and Lock is a fun little card that actually works pretty well with Priest of Forgotten Gods, so you throw it down. It also has 2 for the Devotion. You get to create 2 creatures immediately, so then Priest can sack those, and then it creates 2 more, Priest can sack those. And sure, come time for the 6/6 Demon creature, you do have to end up sacrificing other creatures. Hopefully by that time you'll have generated enough mana and enough card draw to have other creatures to sacrifice. You get where I'm going with this, right? Rituals, it's some great removal, 4 mana, clear all the 3 CMC cards or less, and if you're playing things like Call the Death Dweller, cool beans, you can bring him back. If you're playing Witch of the Moors, cool beans, you can bring him back. Sanctum Seeker we went through. Then we have the Eldest Reborn, because somewhere, there we go. We have the Eldest Reborn. Again, it's an uncommon, but it's a fun saga. Each opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, so it can hit planeswalkers, which is really nice. Each opponent discards a card, so opponent's like, oh, come on, for real. And then third and finally, you get to put target creature or planeswalker card from a graveyard, yours or the opponent's, onto the battlefield under your control. So honestly, a very fun card for only being an uncommon. Alrighty, all that being said and out of the way, thank you so much for watching the videos. I do have one extra little piece of info, I guess. I will be going on sort of a vacation in the coming weeks. I think it's 2 weeks away, maybe a little bit less than that from the time the video is going up. I'm gonna start having more official announcements about it, but you know, for those of you that have managed to stick all the way through this video, thank you. Here's your little preemptive info. I'm not actually going to be, well, I may take a few, but I'm not actually going to be taking days off from uploading for the most part. It's just going to be me trying out different styles of content. So we got a How to Brew series coming. We got a special new series featuring other content creators coming. Super excited about that. A lot in store and a lot I want to try out. And I figured, you know, best time to do that is while I'm away and I can't really stress about it. So thanks everybody for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, leave that like, leave that comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.